boils and bruises and ulcers, and a lot of people who have diabetes too. Some insight on what you can do to fix ulcers, external ulcers, that is on the legs or in the thigh or whatever it is. Warts from herpes. A lot of women who have the HPV virus get warts too. They either get it on the genital, they get it on their hands. I'm gonna teach you how to get rid of that, and also boils. Now, when you have a pimple on your face, that is the first sign of toxins, mucus. The first sign of mucus is a pimple on your face. That pimple that gets a head, yellow, that's mucus. But lots of people get boils, and a lot of the time you go to the medical doctors, and the doctors give you antibiotics because they're treating you for bacterial infection, especially if you have swollen lymph nodes also. Yeah? But boils is a form of excessive amount of mucus coming from the mucous membranes. And also we talked about the organs being overloaded. All right? So we go back to scriptures again, because the scriptures have a lot of herbs that we can use for healing. God is the original herbalist of all things of life. So he gives us things like fig leaf, read your Bible, read your scriptures. So this one here is a dry fig leaf. This one is green, this one is dry. You understand? Warts. Also, all right? So right here. Fig leaf, you have to have, so you cook fig leaf. This time we're going to do demonstration of daughter. Once you have a boil. Let's first talk about boils. When boils appear on the skin, it's telling us in medicine that the body is trying to get rid of excessive amount of mucus. Like when you have a cold, or you have sinus of mucus somewhere in the body, and the body, the eyes, could be your ears, could be your penis, could be your vagina, and could be the rectum. Anyway, there's a hole. But when the body is so backed up with waste and toxins, it starts sending these boils and excessive amount of mucus to the largest organ of the body, which is your skin. And some people get boils on the skin, or they get pimples, or they get them under the arm. See, that's a sign that your lymphatic system is all stagnated, and you have lots of mucus. So when it's troubles, and that's why when you want to fix herpes, any kind of virus, you must go to the mucous membranes and prevent the mucous membranes from producing too much mucus or mucin. Because once the mucous membranes is bombarded with mucus, you can never fix a virus. Take it from me. But once you remove all the mucus from the mucous membranes, and you remove all the starches from the diet, no rice, no macaroni, no cheese, no milk, no bread, the mucous membrane in turn will respond to what you're doing, and in turn you can increase the function of your cytotoxic cells. And once you increase the function of the cytotoxic cell and the phagocytosis, you can kill them. So don't let the medical people tell you you can't kill them. All right? So we go talk about boils. When you have a boil, you have to get vitamin E oil. Must have that. When you have an ulcer, on the external ulcer that is, you have to have vitamin E oil. Ulcers and boils, you must have vitamin E oil. When you have ulcers and boils, you must have coconut oil. Must have coconut oil. All right? And when you have external ulcers and when you have boils, you must have diatomaceous earth. It's right here. Diatomaceous earth. Now this is the two forms of it is like coming from the bentonite clay, but it kills a lot of bacteria. You can put it in your bed if your bed have a lot of bugs. It kills bugs and it kills a lot of parasites too in the body. But once the body is affected with mucus and boils, we can also use this diatomaceous earth to get into the bust the boils and get into the system and kill the bacteria that is causing you to have these boils on the skin. Okay, and you can take a teaspoon in some water in the morning and you can drink it, and it could kill any parasites in the body also, and it also kill the internal organs or the intestinal tract, the large bowel that is healthy. All right, don't forget the name. All right, you can use that. So what we're gonna do, We're going to have the diatomaceous earth. We're going to have some garlic. We're going to have some aloes. Yeah? Don't forget aloes. Aloes is very significant for burns and ulcers too. It have a compound called eugenol in the aloe that helps to heal wounds. All right? That's what Alexander the Great used. You know, when his people got all shut up and stuff like that. And then we're going to get some sea moss. See that here? We ain't looking at the sea moss that is all messed up. We're looking at the real sea moss here. See that here? That's the sea moss right there. That's the sea moss that I have. See? So, what we're going to do, we take the sea moss, and we're going to use the sea moss, the salt from the sea moss, no other salt but the sea moss salt. Yeah? And we're going to pong it out on the plate. Yeah, all the salt from there. And then we're going to use that salt from the sea moss to get rid of warts from the HPV virus or the herpes virus. We can use the salt from the sea moss to get rid of warts, make the warts drop off. We just dropped off a lady had a warts right on her leg, and in about 2 days it dropped off using the sea salt, from the sea moss, and we use another product called EDTA powder. All right, but that's where the sea moss is supposed to look. See, that's a real sea moss right there. Ain't no garbage out in the streets, man. Yeah. There you go. And what I do again, see this here now? I put a half a teaspoon of EDTA. EDTA is an amino acid that helps unclog the arteries, keep the arteries clean. So we put it in a little drink and we keep the arteries moving so you don't get blocked of the arteries. All right, that's what I do. That's why I stay healthy, you know? Right? That's over here. Right, and you have to have aloes. You have to have diatomaceous earth. You got to get 2 or 3 pecks of garlic. You got to get some sea moss. See? Or soak in some distilled water. See? Till you get thick like that over here. No boiling now. Right? And you have to get coconut oil. You have to get vitamin E oil. And you have to get some hydrogen peroxide. All right? So let's first we're going to go to boils first. Boils. When you have a boil on the skin, under the arm, it's telling us that there is an excessive amount of mucus. And you must go and deal with lymphatic drainage. And you must go to the mucous membranes to get rid of the excessive amount of mucus, because your mucous membrane produces mucin. Don't forget that. See? But once you are fixing a boil, you must stay away from the mucus-forming foods. No cheese, no milk, no starches, no heavy proteins, no fried foods. Yeah? Strictly vegetables, juices, and some alkaline or subacid fruits, but nothing with other acids. Okay? The only time you're going to use the acid fruits is when we have a boil and the boil is causing troubles in the skin. We can throw or squeeze some pink grapefruit in the mixture to help to move all the toxins that is on the skin, because this here have a compound called naringin. Look it up, very significant. All right, so let's look at boil first. When we go to the boil, the first we're going to do for the boil, we will take the fig leaf, as scriptures told us. We're going to take the fig leaf, and we're going to do so. We're going to put some hydrogen peroxide on the fig leaf to wash it off. Hydrogen peroxide on the fig leaf. The fig leaf right there. And then what we're going to do again now, we're going to take, you know, I like the old time thing, and I go to the mortar and pestle. See me garlic. Take 2 pounds of garlic and we pong it up. Garlic is antiviral, antibacterial, have a lot of allicin, right? We're going to take the garlic and we're going to put the garlic right over here. Take out this one here, kind of mash it up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to mash it up with a mortar and a pestle. Remember all them things coming back to use again. We all used to all this modern stuff, but we had to go back to the old days eventually. You know what I mean? You see that? With your lantern. Watch me now. See? Get all your lantern ready. Because when the light cut off, you have to run to the lantern, get all your kerosene, the lamp ready. The Bible tell you, the scriptures there, 2 men, 2 on the roof. One have lantern, one don't. One have kerosene, one don't. The one with the kerosene, he gone. He dead. The one with the kerosene, waiting for the light. Don't forget. Wonderful. So you crush up the garlic. Yeah. Crush up the garlic. Take the garlic. And this is for boils, not for ulcers. This is only for boils. Take the garlic, you put the garlic in here, you take some coconut oil. Oil, vitamin E oil, don't forget vitamin E oil is difficult for ulcers too because the vitamin E oil helps, but it also sends oxygen to the cells. Don't forget that. You don't want a lot of vitamin E oil in the one for the boils, but mostly coconut oil. A little bit of the vitamin E oil, maybe about a half a teaspoon. Yeah? And then we're going to take some of the aloes and we're going to put some of the aloes in here. A little bit of the aloes, not much of it. Small amount of the aloes. Yeah? We're going to beat that up. That's all your home memory when all your children have all these troubles in the skin and they have boils from eating all them junk food, you know what I mean? You sting it up, straighten it up, and then you're going to put the diatomaceous earth, 1 teaspoon of the diatomaceous earth in the mixture. Yeah? That's if the person have boils now. Because remember that a lot of the time when you have boils, you have bacterial infection, doctors give you antibiotic, we give you the natural one. Right? And what it does also, it helps to the boil to come to a head. So when you put this on the boil, it goes in and it busts the boil comes to a head, it busts, all the mucus comes out, and all the compounds in the mixture here goes into the skin and start killing anything in the skin, which is the largest organ of the body. You take your fig leaf. Yeah. Take your fig leaf. Oh, you want to God, come in your skin. Hey, want to God. Don't bother God. Bother Jehovah. Yeah? It make you feel sick. You better start to eat some garlic, boy. Shoot. See that? You gotta be like on your fat. Take it right there, put on a fig leaf. Yeah? Take off all the juice in there. Yeah. And then you rest it on the child's skin. Boop, 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 boop. This is only for boils. Boils. B-O-I-L-S. All right? Come, boop, boop, come. Give me your skin. Give me your hand. All right? So if the boil is on the top of the skin, you're going to put it here on the skin. Put it here. Yeah. Put it right over here. And then we could put a little plaster and tie it. Keep it on for a day or 2. And in the next 2 days, you see it's gone. Right? Dead. Right? That's if you have a boil. Right? Now, if you have a wart, we know what warts are. Warts is telling us you have a viral infection somewhere. Yeah? So a lot of women who have the HPV virus, human papilloma virus, get warts. Herpes simplex 3 give you warts too. There's not only herpes simplex 1 and 2, you know. There's herpes simplex 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Viruses. But because we have an immune system that is so compromised, when a virus comes in, we can't fight the virus. So the virus either go into the nerves, herpes. One virus goes into the lymphatic system, which is the HTLV virus. The HPV virus, like the suffix. The hepatitis B and C virus, like your liver. So they have places that they go. So we have to learn how to keep the immune system at peak so that them viruses don't come in. If they come in, they're going to die. And that's why when you get a cold, there is not the same cold. It's a different cold, it's a different virus all the time. So we're talking about warts now. Now, when you have a wart, we can use some EDTA. This is this one over here. This one right here. EDTA. And we can use it with the sea salt. So we can put the EDTA with sea salt, a little bit. And add it in the seep in the mixture. And I will mix it up. with a sea salt for warts. All right, this is not for boils, it's for warts. Yeah. And then I will take the mixture and I put it in a fig leaf and in a fig skin. Don't forget, fig skin. See? Come, baby. And if the wart is on any part of the body, some people have warts here, they have warts there, they have warts anywhere. You take the sea salt, don't forget sea salt, with some EDTA and some choline bitartrate and a little bit of vitamin C powder. Yes? And you can put a little bit of garlic if you like. Yeah? The garlic, a little bit of garlic here, and then you just put it, because garlic is antiviral too. You know what I mean? And the warts right here, put it on the warts, tighten the warts again, and then you put it, a little plaster down the bottom to hold it down. The next 2 days, the warts disappears. It come off your skin. It's gone. And because a lot of these things are, especially the garlic, is antibacterial, right? If you want to keep the skin a little healthy, a little moist, and to prevent anything on the skin, you're gonna squeeze some of the grapefruit juice with a little bit of the vitamin E oil after it drops off. And just massage the skin with the grapefruit. See? Boom. Anything on the skin had to go. Any eczema, anything goes. See? Yeah. Huh? Everything good in the darling. I love you. Yeah, see? Yeah, anything on the skin goes. You know what I mean? That is for warts. W-A-R-T-S, warts. All right? There are natural things that God put on the earth. Everything is from the earth. We are from the earth. So we must go to the earth for the cures. That's where they at. So all these things here come from the earth and from the sea. They come from there. They're for healing. And a lot of the times when we be going to use some of the one for the boils, we could take a little bit of the you see, a little bit of water. You see the water won't get thick. You can make a punch with it, or if you have any skin and you need some silicone or silica, you can just drop them in there, and it's help to keep the skin healthy too. You know what I mean? All right. Let's go to the next one. Is external ulcers. When you have ulcers, lots of diabetics have ulcers. Lots of diabetics have people have diabetes, or some people have what we call neuropathy or bad circulation, whereby the legs become so hard that the blood can't flow. See what I'm saying? So when the blood can't flow, things develop as negative. So once you have bad circulation, we know something is wrong in your cell membranes. So we have to go to the cell membranes. And in order for us to go to the cell membranes, we must feed the cell membranes what? EFAs, essential fatty acids, because your body don't make them. Once the essential fatty acids get into the cell membranes, it starts to produce your good prostaglandins, PGE1, not PGE2, not PGE3, PGE1. Once PGE1 is produced, you start having better circulation. And we give you herbs, ginkgo, horse chestnut, cinnamon, lycium fruit, hawthorn, prickly ash. And these herbs help to move the blood. When it's a boil, we use burdock, we use red root, we use red clover, we use echinacea, we use cleavers, we use pork root, and we use violet leaves. If there is a boil, we must drain the lymphatic system. If it's an ulcer, we have to go to the secretory plants. See, don't forget that now. That's why our class is going to be important for you all to learn. All right. So with the ulcers now, we're going to Simos. Yeah. Anything with an ulcer, we're going to Simos. See? Simos. You better become a herbalist, boy. You're going to scrape that arrow in here. And you see all this part of the arrow here? See them here? All this is good for the thyroid gland. See them here? That's for the thyroid. have a lot of have a lot of iodine in aloes. All the little purple part that's good for your thyroid gland. You know, God is good. You know, put all them things that earth for us to use. You scrape the aloes in there. You know what I mean? See, oxidation. See the aloes right there. See it? See? Watch it over here. See that? Iodine for your thyroid gland. And we clean your. And we use some vitamin E oil. Yeah, some vitamin E oil. We're not going to put garlic. We're not going to put diatomaceous earth. We're not going to put EDTA. What we're doing is we increasing oxygen to the small capillaries. Because once you have an ulcer, because of bad circulation or diabetic neuropathy, we know that the blood is not moving well. So we have to increase blood circulation. We have to prevent blood stasis. Once blood stasis is removed, then we start to use on the external level to go and send oxygen to the small capillaries. So when the immune system comes around, it starts to form these fibrins or fiber around the ulcer, and the ulcer start healing because there's not enough oxygen now into the ulcers. Right? Again, we're using the fig leaf again. We're taking the vitamin E, and we're going to put the vitamin E. We're going to squeeze. You can use the vitamin E gel also, and you can squeeze the vitamin the vitamin E gel in the mixture, and you can pop 800 IU of vitamin E per day to increase oxygen internally and keep the cell membranes healthy. Because usually, once you are popping vitamin E prevents the cell membranes from collapsing. It strengthens the cell membranes. And that means it is also good for people who have sickle cell. It helps oxygen to the cells. Once oxygen is going to the cells, what happens? The cell membrane becomes strong and it can't collapse. So the cells can't get stuck inside the cell membrane. Very significant. So what we do, we take all the vitamin E, don't forget now vitamin E oil or vitamin E itself, some aloe, and what we do sometimes we take maybe some golden seal powder. Yeah? If there's an infection in the ulcer, or some zinc powder. Don't forget that now. Take some zinc powder. Yeah? You take a zinc capsule. You take the zinc capsule, you open the zinc capsule, and you put it in the mixture. Because zinc is good for healing, for wound healing, because it helps the thymus gland. And zinc is also significant to prevent your cells from becoming sickle. Don't forget that. So we put the vitamin E, we put the aloes in there, and we put some zinc, yeah, and we stir it up, and then we put it on the fig leaf. On the fig leaf. No garlic though. You know what I mean? On the fig leaf, and some golden seal powder if there's an infection. On the fig leaf, put it on the fig leaf, and then we put it. No, just share the comfort. That's okay. That's all right, baby. You gotta put it. You gotta come for this one. And then you put it on. You just put it on the ulcer. What happens? What some people do is they put it on the ulcer, but a lot of the times when you put in fix an ulcer, you have to create oxygen. So what we do is we put some holes. We will put some holes in the fig leaf. See? Put some holes in it. You know what I mean? Put it on first and then put some holes in the fig leaf so that the ulcer could get oxygen. Or we can use a gauge that have lots of holes. And with the gauge that have the holes, once the medicine get into the ulcer and send oxygen to the small capillaries, it starts healing because now it's not band up. So a lot of people have ulcers and band. You're not supposed to band. You're supposed to have holes so that it could breathe and create oxygen. And once you do that for about a month or so, you see the ulcer start healing. Now you're going to see the ulcer start to get like this. Start to get red. See? You're going to see automatically in a couple of days, instead of you will see white, you will see red. That means that oxygen is going into the cells. See? And then the immune system itself is coming along and forming these, the platelets that is is coming and forming these fibrins to heal the wound. That's how it works. And that's why I always tell people that Jehovah God made the body to heal itself. We were never made to die. We were made to live forever. So once you have an ulcer, and you put these things in the ulcer, and it starts sending oxygen to the cells, your platelets come right around there and start forming these fibrins to clog up all the leakage that you have in the ulcer. And all of a sudden, you're going to start to see just start to turn red. Red means blood is not flowing to that area. And you start healing. No bread, no cheese, no pork, no barbecue, no fried foods. Strictly vegetables. Strictly the primary food that God put for us to eat on the earth. And automatically you're going to see how you're going to feel. You're going to heal better. You understand? You're going to heal better, man. You know what I mean? You're going to heal better. And you can even put some coconut oil in the mixture. Coconut will have a lot of healing properties too. You know what I mean? And you heal. And then, what you start doing? You start drinking. What you start drinking? Sea moss. See? You start drinking sea moss. Sea moss. Start drinking it. The purple one, not the garbage one they have in the market. Salt. See? You could tell if you have the real salt or you have the garbage salt. This is the real salt from the sea moss. See? You can tell. When you do so, do that. It tastes cold. Once you put your hand and take that salt out and don't taste cold, that ain't the real sea moss. That's salt they put back in the sea moss. See? But once you dry the sea moss like this and it have purple, then you know for a fact that the salt is for healing. And you're going to take the sea moss, you're going to put it in some water like this, you're going to blend it up, and every day you're going to have that with some cane juice or some coconut water. And your ulcer must fix, and your boil must fix, and your wart must go away. We have other things to tell you all now. We have other remedies. Pure folk remedies that we have that you all could get better from. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So not every time you have to run and take antibiotics and run and take BNT powder and run and take that. That's what they know. We know this here. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be taking antibiotics. It have its place. But too many doctors are ready to prescribe antibiotics. I want to give you too much antibiotics. It's like a chemotherapy. They kill bacteria. They kill your good bacteria. They kill your bad bacteria. So you have none of the good bacteria in your gut to help you. So what happens to you as a woman? You start getting your yeast infection. That you give the patient 20 billion of probiotics to put the good bacteria back in the bowels. So that your antibiotics will kill the good guys. Okay? All right? Learn that. Yeah? Wonderful. Everybody learn today? We have more to come, you know. We don't want to be live when we come with that program, the program's solid. See? Fig leaf? God give us to use. The Most High Jehovah. He said, put it on your boil. And I that said, he that said it. And if he said, I believe it. You know what I mean? And we put it on a lot of people boils. And the man, people say, wow, you crazy so fast. We had a lady who had a wart right over here. And we put out the same stuff in the wart in 2 days. She's been going to all the doctors. They've been bleeding. And they can't fix it. What are antibiotics? And in 2 days, it dropped off. From using these things right here. So this is not no fly-by-night business. We do it all the time. And we see results. You understand? Alright? And what we could do, we take the fig leaf, the dry fig leaf. See the dry fig leaf? We boil it, and then what we do is we put it in a big pan, and we wash the skin first with the fig leaf tea. Because we can use some kakabeke herb to wash the skin also. You know what I mean? We just wash the skin off, boom. Wash out the skin, yeah man, wash the skin off, boom, 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 boom. Yeah? And when we dry the skin up, towel, yeah? Towel, man. Wash your skin off, man. Yeah? And then all of a sudden, you put all your stuff in your skin, you put all your oil in it, and your skin starts to get better. You're right, the fig leaf, the dry one is your tea. Not to drink, but for external use to wash your skin. eczema, psoriasis, hives, trouble in the skin, fig leaf, the dry fig leaf, not the green one. The green one is for boils. The red is dry one and wash your skin with it, bathe with it, and you're going to see how nice your skin will feel. It's from the earth, because we are from the earth. We belong to the earth. The earth don't belong to us. We go back to the earth when we die. So if we go back to the earth when we die, this common sense will tell all of us that if when we die we go to the earth, that means everything we supposed to get for healing come from the earth. Come from the earth. They all come from the earth. The bed of the sea, it's in the earth. The sea only cover it, but it comes from the earth. In the bed of the sea, in the bottom of the sea, that's where it comes from, the earth. They're all there for us to use. All they come from the earth. They come from the earth. They all come from the earth. So we have to use them for healing. Yeah? All right. Blessed love. And don't forget, we coming with a book soon. Right, Krista? Book coming out soon. The book gonna be serious book. The book gonna be talking about the digestive system. I have a whole chapter or two on the digestive system alone, and all patterns of digestive diseases: Crohn's disease, colitis, mucus colitis, gastritis, and I have all the herbs telling you how you can heal yourself. In that book, I've said 2 chapters on our digestive system, because that's where everything starts on here, in the belly, in the gut. And then we have another chapter on the kidney and the lymph system. We have a chapter on cancer, what cancer is, how you can prevent cancer. And we have one on the immune system, one chapter on the immune system. We have one on the circulatory system. We have the book will be a nice book to read. And the beautiful thing about the book is I give you all the instructions and all the information that you need, not just writing a book, but I give you all the information and instructions on herbs that you can use to repair all the diseases that I talk about in the book. We ain't hiding nothing. And the next book we're gonna have coming out is gonna be on foods, right? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be on how to use the foods together, the primary foods, secondary foods, tertiary foods. Yeah, excuse me?
How we cook our foods.
How we cook our foods, and then we're gonna have another book coming out again with Dr. Daigo Humphrey. My brother, if you're looking, tell him what it is. He is a cardiologist, Dr. Daigo Humphrey, based in Oklahoma, but he's my nephew though. He's my brother's son. And we've been trying to work together from ever since. Because now, although he's a surgeon, he is now opening his mind to our way of thinking. See? I love him for that. And so what he and I decided to do, we're going to come together and we're going to write a book on the heart, because there are 750,000 deaths from heart disease every year in America. And they're coming up too. No, don't forget that, because we are eating the American diet. So we are getting American disease too. And what we're going to do is he's going to give his perspective on cardiomyopathy. Now, a lot of people don't know what that is. We're going to talk about the pacemakers, why you need a pacemaker. Because a lot of the time people have a very slow heartbeat and the pulse drops. You have to put a pacemaker, and then we're going to tell you to prevent that. And we're going to talk about the herbs that could use together with his kind of thought and ideology. And we're going to put a book together on the heart. And that's supposed to come out in September, October. I'm with Dr. Daigo Humphrey, the cardiologist, and we're going to do a big seminar together in New York on the heart. So we're going to pass a lot of knowledge to our people. You know what I mean? Because we're coming to the black community first. We're going into the black community first, and after we go to anybody community after that. You understand? Because I go to my people first. I go to the Warts. My people. The Christ said, first go to the Hebrew Israelites. First go to the Hebrew Israelite. And after you teach the Hebrew Israelite about the laws and the statutes of life and obedience, then you can go to other people. It's common sense. You think the other man go to our people first? He go to his people first. Then he come to us. We have to go to our people first. And then we can go to others. Because we have to have unity among ourselves first, before we can have unity with other people. This is common sense. Bottom line. So we have the book coming out soon. The book is Natural Healing of the Body. And we're going to have it on Amazon. We're going to have a big book signing up in Canada. We're going to be in Scarborough. I think the last Saturday in March we're in Scarborough. I'm in New York on the 10th of March. And we're going to have a lot of people coming in and learning about herbal medicine. We're going to have classes. soon on herbal medicine so we could teach you so you can go and teach someone else because each one teach one. That's bottom line. And we have another book on cooking. You're going to have Christy books on how to use the foods, when you can use the food together, how to cook them together, you know, how to make them be more available to the cells and the organ system.
How to cook them healthy and still taste really good.
That's right. The food could still taste good and still be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things we have to stop, but I want us to build, I want something on us. You know what I mean? I'm not a person who believe in blah, 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 and people say blah, blah, blah. I believe in all people, you know. So let me get that straight. I believe in all people because God made man in his own image to become like him. Not to be him, but to become like him. Yeah? So he made man. Not white man, black man, yellow man. Make man in his own image. You understand? But I want our people to start to come together, to love one another, man. And bring up your brother, man. That's what it's all about. Pick up your brother and stop letting people come into your neighborhood and take what you have. Stop letting people come into your country in the Caribbean and take what you have. Because in the not too distant future, I'm telling you all, I might not be here. Our people, Caribbean people, you're going to be lost. And then someone else is going to come into your country, like they're doing now. And they're going to take it over. They're going to buy everything that you have, your birthright, going to be sold to them. And after that, you're going to try to figure out why you don't have nothing in your own country. Because your so-called leader is selling them out, selling you out. They're selling you all out to these demons and them. Because of what? Money, greed. Check your old self. Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Bermuda, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Guyana, Jamaica. Check it out. Look what's happening. There's some other people coming in too. Check yourself out. Because everybody's studying us, but we ain't studying nobody. Everybody's studying us. I know what we like, but we ain't studying nobody. So I want you to sit tonight and think about what I said and start studying these other people. Study them too. And when you study them and you see how they function, and you start to come to me and say, yo, Patrick, let's come together. Let's build something together. No jealousy, no envy, no hate. And then we become like them because they study us. So I let them study them and see how they live and how they function and why they're so prosperous. And when I put that into practice, I say, well, many people can do the same thing if we know how to do it because we are original. Blessed love. Don't forget, New York on March 10th, Canada on March 25th, and we're going to have a big seminar there. We're going to have a book to launch. Blessed love. And give thanks and praise to the Most High, and do not give no praises to no man. No praises and no glory to no man. Don't forget. Always give your glory and your praises to the Most High, the Creator of this heaven and this earth. I don't want no praise. It's give all the whole God. Blessed love. Give thanks.
One question before you go.
Sure.
Somebody was asking about keloids.
Keloids is very hard to fix. All of the sleeping plant. Once you I think when you touch a lot of people from the Caribbean know the plant. If you know what they're saying, yes. There's a plant we have in the Caribbean. When you touch the plant, it sleeps. It like fall asleep. Yeah. The root from that plant, we can take the plant. We can take that root of the plant, and then we heat it. Once we heat that root, the oils from that plant start dropping into a cup or a plate. You can take that oil and you drop it on a keloid, and it start making the keloid disappear. Not totally, but at least 90%. Because usually they give you steroids for that to make it don't come back. But that particular plant, I don't know the name of the plant, but the plant that you touch and it sleeps. I know you call it in the Caribbean, in other Caribbean countries. But that plant, the root itself, the stem, you can just take a light and light it, and just drop the oil. And when the oil gets warm, you can drop it on the keloid, and that also helps. Yeah. Any more questions, Krista?
What is your advice on pancreatic cancer?
Tough to fix. And it's according to what stage, and it's according to where the cancer is at in the pancreas. You remember the pancreas has 3 parts. Have the endocrine part, exocrine part, but they have a head and a tail. Usually, if the cancer is in the pancreas and it's in the head, you get more pain. See, if it's affecting the endocrine system, is much better. I won't say better, but it's much more easier to repair. If the cancer is in the head of the pancreas,
Stage 3.
right, if it's affecting the endocrine part of the pancreas, which produces your enzymes, it's more problematic. Stage 3 pancreatic cancer means the cancer moved to the liver already. See what I'm saying? And if the person getting jaundice, that's problematic too. Usually, when you have pancreatic cancer, because the pancreas and your gallbladder share one duct, sometimes the duct get clogged up with toxic bile and the person get jaundice. Because as I said before, jaundice is not a disease, but it is a symptom of a disease. So I'm saying like pancreatic cancer. Now, what causes pancreatic cancer? Pancreatitis. See? Because lots of people don't have in the exocrine part of the gland that produces enzymes. You have these enzymes going into the exocrine part of the gland, not outside of the gland. It's going inside. Once these enzymes get into the exocrine part of the pancreas, it starts causing your pancreas to become inflamed and causing pancreatitis, which in turn causes pancreatic cancer. So once you have stage 3 pancreatic cancer, we have to go to Holy Immune, we got to go to IP6, we got to go to Gentian, we got to go to Wild, we got to, because you have inflammation, we got to go to Cat's Claw, we got to go to all the herbs that works in that area, dandelion root, Oregon grapefruit, barberry, all these herbs work around that area. But in order for the bile duct to be broken properly, you have to have your liver now producing bile that is not toxic. Because once you have toxic bile coming from the into the gallbladder, into the bile duct, you will have more troubles with cancer moving from the pancreas into another area. Okay? All right? So you can always give me a call. Call 888-971-1757. And you can talk to Deborah, and she could give you an appointment to talk to me and we talk about pancreatic cancer then. Okay? Next question. 2 more questions.
Someone is on their way to the eye doctor. They want to do eye surgery to remove cataract. You want to give advice on that?
Well, it's according to how big the cataracts are. Huh? What happened, son?
He's tired.
What? It's according to how big the cataracts are. If the cataracts are big, then you know herbs don't really work. And I'll be the first to tell you that. Now there's a lady in Grenada now doing some coconut oil with some another product that helps to treat cataracts. So that's we're studying that now. If that comes true, then it's okay. But you could go to the doctor, remove the cataracts, don't make them come back because they could come back anytime. Okay? All right, that's from free radical damage. Yeah? You shouldn't do that, son.
What is your take on glaucoma?
Well, glaucoma is only pressure in the eyes, and we fix that all the time. There's a sister who had glaucoma, and in about a month it was repaired. Glaucoma is only pressure in the eyes, and again, because glaucoma is coming from, once we treat in your eye, we treat your liver. Because your liver have a lot to do with your eyes. See what I'm saying? Because it filters the blood. And if there is lots of toxins going into the eye cells, you won't get glaucoma. So what we do is we use a product called Inside Compound, or a product called Oculine 2 by Dr. Gabby and Dr. Wright, and the eye doctors. And then we use a lot of liver herbs, and we look at no starches, no fries, no grease, lots of juices, a lot of bilberry, lots of herb for the liver, and then we look at we give you some MSM eye drops with some MSM, and in a month or so you go and check your doctor again. The pressure is supposed to drop from 27 to about 50, where it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay, wonderful.
What food can people eat to prevent cancer?
The food that the Most High gave us in the beginning.
The best sets, the main sets.
Green leafy things, alkaline foods, green leafy vegetables. That's it. Green leafy things. Lots of primary foods, peas and beans, primary foods. And you must use the secondary foods with the primary food, like the grains, to normalize the protein function of the primary foods. So lots of alkaline food and lots of food have a lot of water, because the body is 80% water. So that is the diet that the Most High gave us in the beginning. Green, leafy things. Use them mostly in your diet and try to stay away from a lot of stress, you know what I mean? And eating at night, and eating food that have a lot of carcinogens, barbecues, killers, give you stomach cancer. You know what I mean? All these foods are problematic. A lot of chicken with hormones and pesticide, cancer-causing agents again. So what I try to do is to prevent cancer. I create an environment in my system that would prevent cancer. So I will do rainbow diet, the food of the rainbow. A lot of green, yellow foods, green foods, purple foods, vegetables that is. Then I will use good fat instead of the bad fats. High potassium, low sodium diet. You know what I mean? Yeah? High good fat, high nutrient diet, low junk food diet. You know what I'm saying? And then I will look at eating the foods that help you to eliminate waste regularly. So when you eat the foods, you have to have the food moving quick out of the body. And once you have the food moving quick, you have a better chance of preventing cancer. Okay? Yeah, wonderful.
How about floaters in the eyes?
Floaters again. We use inside compound for floaters, Oxidine 2, and again the MSM eye drops, the MSM. And then what we do, we give you an herb called eye bright and marigold, which have lutein, to wash the eyes with these herbs. And we put you on a good diet for a month or two, and the floaters disappear. We do it all the time. There are things that God put on this earth for us to use that will get to the floaters. You didn't born with floaters, though. Did you born with floaters? You developed the floaters? You didn't born with them. You got them from something, from diet. See? So we fix the floater by MSM drops, MSM capsules, inside compound, and also Oxidine 2, eye bright and marigold. Yeah? Okay?
Eczema on baby skin.
Eczema again, we talk about eczema whereby we talk about toxic bile. Toxic bile again. And a lot of children have that here. We fix that all the time. Children and adults too. When you have eczema is coming from the liver. Digestive system again. Toxic bile, liver. Go into the gallbladder, can't move. Go back into the duodenum. Come back into the system again, boom. Bile affect the skin. Because anything that affects your liver in a negative way, go affect your skin. Because your liver and your kidney is the foundation of what? Of healthy skin. So once you have eczema, we go to your liver. We give you a herb called horse tail, dandelion root, yellow dog root. If it's a child, the child is maybe about a year or so, 2 years old, we give the child, we make the mother drink the herbs and pass the herbs onto the child in the breast milk. And then we use some topical stuff. We use a product called comfy calendula ointment to rub on the child's skin, and we go on the inside and on the outside, because you cannot work on the outside unless you work on the inside. And then we fix the liver, clean the bowels out, prevent constipation. 2 months, eczema gone. Happens every day. Simple. I'm saying? Yeah?
Someone has diabetes. They want to know how they can get rid of it. But we have a program on diabetes.
Yes, we did a program on diabetes, how to reverse it. There were 2 types. There's type 1, forget it, can't fix that. Juvenile onset diabetes. Then type 2, diabetes mellitus. You either have to find out what is causing diabetes, you to have it. You didn't born with it now. You developed it from something. So you have to find out what is causing your diabetes, otherwise you'll never fix it. So you could either have insulin resistance, you can have insulin sensitivity, or you can have insulin deficiency. See, you have to know which one you have. See? If you have insulin resistance, you can produce insulin, so that insulin you fix diabetes if it's insulin resistant. If it's insulin sensitivity, that's different. I can eat 2 slices of bread, and your sugar goes high. That's insulin sensitivity. So what we do is we look at retraining the pancreas to where it's supposed to be. And your pancreas functions in an alkaline terrain, 8.0, 8.3 pH. But because we eat so many acid foods, we change the pH in the pancreatic secretion, causing the pH to drop to an acid terrain, and then all of a sudden you start burning up all the enzymes in the exocrine part of the gland, and then diabetes steps in. See, number 1. Number 2, once we pass the age of 50, we do not produce 60% of the enzymes, so we have to pop them. See, so what we do, we use herbs like gentian. We use another herb called cinnamon to help the beta cell to normalize the insulin properly. We use dandelion root. We use thistle. And then we help the person normalize the function in the pancreas. Nutrients and enzymes, beta melon, digestive enzymes, GTF, all sugars. And in a month or so, the sugar start dropping. We do it all the time. We reverse type 2 diabetes regularly. Environmental toxins in the liver, use dandelion root. If you GT all enzyme there, we can use dandelion root, blessed thistle, milk thistle, Oregon grapefruit, and another herb called boldo. And then that will help the Kupffer cells and drain the liver a little bit and help the liver to produce more bile. So you can go to the bathroom better. Yeah? And those are the herbs you can use for liver health. Good liver health. Yeah? Okay?
Someone saying they didn't get an ointment.
Comfrey, COMFRE, Comfrey Calendula, CALENDULA ointment. All right, you can get it from Ambrosia, 718-469-0985. Yeah, and they have the whole protocol for eczema. Yeah, wonderful. Excuse me, the website. Yeah, all right. And the website is if you want to get to the website is KRISTYBWKS.biz, KRISTYBWKS.biz, and you can go to the website and download all the program that we have there. You can download the BioLife program for free, and we have programs.
We have the one on diabetes.
We have one on diabetes to
audio
reverse
plan.
diabetes. We have one on cancer prevention. We have one on breast cancer. We have one on to reverse hypertension. There are many programs on christybooks.biz. You can go to christybooks.biz and download this program and follow this program properly, following the directions or directions of what we have to do to fix your condition. Okay? Blessed love. And don't forget to give thanks and praise to the Most High. Give thanks and have a nice weekend, everybody, and get to work safe and leave your guns at home. Peace.
One more thing.
Sure.
Tell the people a little about how you eat, how you take care of yourself.
Well, tell them how I eat. I don't want to tell you what to tell them. How do I eat? I don't eat.
Tell them a little about how you eat, how you take care of yourself. A short run through, so they could probably be inspired to be like you, to be healthy like yourself.
Yeah, well, the book when you buy the book will do all that too. You understand? But I don't eat a lot of food, and my wife here, she can attest to that. I don't eat a lot of food. I don't eat a lot of food, really and truly. I eat maybe once, twice, 3 times per week. You know what I mean? I drink a lot of coconut water. I eat a lot of vegetables, and I don't eat at night. That's the key. I mean, I try to stay away from food at night time, because nighttime is for sleeping, and sleeping is for healing, when the body starts to regenerate. So I don't eat at night at all. But my main diet is more alkaline foods, a lot of juices, a lot of herbs, a lot of tinctures, and I pop a lot of vitamins. You know what I mean? If you look at my company, you see a lot of vitamins there. I pop GABA. I pop one for men's multivitamin for prostate health, heart health, circulatory health. I pop a lot of vitamin C. I pop a lot of zinc, keep the prostate healthy, and I use a lot of herbs, and I use a lot of vegetables. I eat maybe twice per week, 3 times per week, once per day. You know what I mean? I eat once. She said to me, "Eat for the day." No, I don't eat. I'm not an eater of foods, because I'm saying that all the people who eat the foods regularly every day, the hospital full of them. You understand? They're malnourished. Eating too much cooked food. And I'm the person who don't eat every day. I eat 3 times per week, once per day. Lots of peas and beans, lots of pumpkins, lots of okras, and the hospital don't see me. And I eat them mostly raw. So I feed myself. So that's how I eat. So in the book I will tell you what I eat, how I eat, how I go through my day. And to stay well, I exercise. I do stretches in the morning. I do breathing exercises. As you can see, I like to box. I used to be a boxer, so I do a lot of kickboxing. I box a lot. I do a few martial arts stuff, so I keep myself well. You know what I mean? And I do it for health. So I'm not a full eater, but I eat a lot of these. A lot of these foods, I eat a lot of them. But I blend them up in a blender. So I had to eat a more blend and a juice. Yeah. But in the book, you're going to tell you how I use my CMOS, how I use everything. So when the book comes out and you get the book, you're going to see what we do, how we eat, and then you all could follow, and you're going to see a big difference, man. You're going to see, you're going to feel so good. You don't have to eat a pile of food every day to survive. That's false information. The more food you eat on a regular basis, the more your organ become bloated.
Does it matter how much amount of herbs you take per day? Does it matter?
Well, more is not better. So I would just say that 3 cups a day of the herbs is good enough.
Basically, what you need.
Yes, she doesn't need 3 and 4 and 5 cups per day. You know, as you can see over here, you know, I'm bringing it for you. Let me see, let me see. See, I make my own stuff. See that? See that? Tell them what I do, see? It's my own stuff. I make my own stuff. I keep it in my house. This is for my blood. This is hibiscus in there, sorrel, you know, Romania. I have cinnamon, and I make it into a little tincture. And then I will take a teaspoon every day. I have beets in there too for the blood, build my blood up, keep my liver healthy. You know what I mean? So I make my own stuff and I keep it in my house to keep my children well. You know what I mean? You know, that's how I do it. You know, because I don't want to get sick and get into the medical system. Because when you get into the medical system, you're going to trouble, drug forever. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
Yes. Someone was asking a question a while ago, more than once. I wanted to get it. About the menstrual cycle. I think they were saying that
Well, the woman
they
could,
had it for 2 weeks. Can you please repose the question?
well,
Because
the woman can either have what we call amenorrhea, which is no period at all, or menorrhagia, which is too much bleeding. She bleeds for 2 weeks or a month, 3 months sometimes, or she might have what we call dysmenorrhea, period pain. It's 3 of them: amenorrhea, no period; menorrhagia, enough bleeding, lots of bleeding; and this dysmenorrhea, period pain. You're seeing the stuff on Facebook? Wonderful. A period pain. What we do is, if there is troubles in the menstrual cycle, lots of young women between the age of 15 and 35 or even 45 is estrogen dominance. Lots of estrogen, because lots of food have a lot of estrogen. So they become estrogen dominant, putting them at risk of getting breast cancer, number 1, fibroids, number 2, ovarian cysts, or PCOS. All right? So what we do is we go into the woman's system and we seem to balance back the woman's ecology by using herbs like what? Chase tree, which works on the pituitary gland in the brain.
Okay, so yeah, they say they've been having a menstrual cycle for 2 weeks.
Right. And that's because she has menorrhagia. That's what it is in the medical system. What we do for you, we give you a product called Women's Formula. And in the product, there is a herb called Chase tree. Because you're not balanced like that, you're like this now. See what I'm saying? So you have menorrhagia. We give you a herb called Chase tree. What Chase tree does, it goes into the pituitary gland and it normalizes the function of that endocrine gland that receive a signal from the hypothalamus gland. Once Chase tree get into the pituitary start producing a woman's LH and normalizing a woman's FSH, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. Once they two are in balance, a woman's estrogen and a woman's progesterone will become balanced. And automatically she wouldn't have PCOS or wouldn't have amenorrhagia. So in that product is chase tree, raspberry leaves, dunquey, and there's a herb called shepherd's purse that helps to cool and stop the bleeding. And once we give you that particular formula, we give you some vitamins, like vitamin E is important for that too. Flax oil, the B complex, and calcium and magnesium in the liquid form, and in about 2 to 3 menstrual cycle, that is repaired. But if you are estrogen dominant now, we make you get the progesterone cream, and we make you use the cream on your breast for 3 days, on the breast for 3 days, up on the thigh for 3 days, on the navel, and on the thigh for 3 days, for 21 days, to normalize its function with your estrogen, and then automatically you will have your period every month, and it won't go away at the same time of the day every month. 7 days, 7 days, not 2 weeks. Okay? All right? So you can call Ambrosia 718-469-0985, and you can get the stuff from them. Okay? And you can normalize your period. Okay? Yeah, wonderful. Yeah?
Somebody asked a very interesting question. What about if your field of work is very physically demanding? Wouldn't they need a lot of food for energy?
That's a good question too. That's if you're doing construction though. And that's what I said. That the person who's doing construction supposed to have the biggest meal in the morning. Not the person who's going and sit behind a desk and having 25 grams of sugar. So it's common sense. So if you're doing labor, work, you should have a big meal. Because you're going to burn it up. You're burning calories now. You're burning sugar. But if you're going to sit behind a desk and you have a big breakfast in the morning with a lot of eggs and cheese and ham and sugars, and you're going to work in a bank or an insurance company and sit in all day, you must retain your sugar. That's common sense. So that question is, if you're a laborer, yes, you should have your biggest meal in the morning. You know what I mean? If you're not a laborer, you're going to be behind a desk, do not have a big meal. And all your proteins.
He's a carpenter.
Right, that's okay, because it works, so that's good. All your proteins, because they're building foods now, all your proteins should be taken in the morning, not in the night. Because in the night, fish take 12 hours to digest. Chicken takes 7 hours, beef takes 18 hours. So you have to use the proteins in the morning. So by the time the evening time comes, when you are about to fall asleep, the protein is out already. That's the key. To eat the foods, to move them quick. No proteins at night. So you're having your meals in the morning, your protein build you up. You're working hard, that's okay. But do not eat them same proteins at night, because that's going to be your biggest enemy to what? To all forms of disease long term. Yeah? Wonderful.
Maybe let's do this last one. What's the best way to remove someone from the counter meds or remove it from their body?
Good question again too. Your liver is the main detoxifier of the blood. Your liver is. So everything you put into your mouth must go to your liver. Drugs, ammonia, everything goes to your liver. So what we do is, if a person is on medication like I was on, because I had a stroke at 32 years old, I was on 9 drugs. I had to wean myself off the 9 drugs. It took me 9 months to wean myself off now. I was on 9 drugs. I ain't got no stroke again because my mother died from 2. So I learned the process. So I'm teaching the process now. So I'm saying to people, if you are on a drug, because eventually, once you're on a drug and you pass the age of 50, them drugs start damaging your liver, no matter what drug it is. See what I'm saying? Because we know for a fact that them organs don't work as good as before unless you take care of them when you were younger. So what I do, I put a person on a program. And if they are on some certain medication, I will wean them off gradually. So for instance, if you're taking drugs for high blood pressure, I will put you on a protocol. And I will say, okay, ma'am, sir, would you like to remove yourself from taking these demons? Okay. So I make you take these drugs from the doctors every other day. And I make you take the thing from nature every day. And once I see that you are doing good, your pressure is good, your sugar is good, when you're not taking the doctor medication, I wean you off another day. 2 days I take you off. Then I come to 3 days, and 4 days, and 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, and I wean you off. And I take you off all day. And I keep you on nature, all the stuff from nature for 1 month. After 1 month, if you are disciplined in your mind, I say, okay, after 1 month, I will take you off for everything and make you control or deal with your troubles by diet. Because I don't believe in making your body take nothing here forever. It's a death sentence. So that's how I work it. I wean you off your drugs so your body could balance. Because I did the balance. I balance everything. See, I balance. See? See, you see? Husband and wife, children gone. You leave your mother, leave your father. Leave your mother. What do you know? Leave your mother. See them? Mother, father. Leave what? Leave friends. Look at them here. Look at them here. Leave sister and brother. Leave everybody. You see how they're moving? See how they're moving? What's this one here? See, can't move? See that one here? Move this one here. See the married finger? Can't move. A man shall stick to his wife and become one flesh. Because you leave everybody else. You can't see, can't leave. See? Can't move this one. See? This one here can't move. That's what it's all about. That's what they call it my finger, you know? There we go. Blessed love. Don't forget the book is coming out soon. Support the book. And we're trying to be, as long as we support each other, we could uplift other people who can't afford to help themselves. That's my mission, to help other people, who can't help themselves, and we could do something for others who are in need. That's the key. All right? Blessed love and thanks for watching, and give thanks and praise to the Most High Jehovah God every day. Blessed love. All right.
Somebody said they're juicing a lot, took mucus cleanse, now has rash on their arms.
That's normal. That is going to go away
Yeah,
in 2
it's
days.
normal. Yeah,
It's a
that is
normal
very
thing.
normal.
Once you're
Yeah.
cleaning the body, start to give you rashes. So that's going to go away.
The body is releasing
Happens to me too. I
toxins.
get headaches, I get rashes, but it goes away eventually. Okay, so let's take your time. It's going to go away. Let's keep doing what you're doing. You're going to see results.
That's
long term.
normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
That means you're seeing results already.
That's right. Mmm. That's my C1 right there, boy. That's the real thing. Dimitri. You're still seeing the comments though. Comments are gone. Beautiful. Let's see.